What are we, like at an airport? There is one con to this place before we give our final verdict, and that is if you don't like helicopters, there's a lot of helicopter traffic. Hey, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are two crazy campers.
And after losing a combined weight of more than 200 pounds,
we realized we had so much more energy for activities.
Come along with us as we explore the great outdoors.
And join us on a brand new adventure.
Well, we are back here in Orlando, Florida with our RV Eleanor, staying at another campground that's included in our 1,000 Trails membership. Today we're staying at Tropical Palms, which is part of the Encore network.
And let me tell you, if you enjoy super duper Disney level cleanliness and beautiful amenities, this is the place for you.
So this is actually the second time that we're staying at Tropical Palms. The last time we came, we didn't film anything and we were kind of disappointed. We said we had to come back up and film it because really this is an amazing park that is close to a lot of different things, and they have all kinds of things like pickleball. Like one of these days we need to learn how to play pickleball.
We should, because this is a park that's too good to miss.
So we're going to actually be here in Orlando, Florida for 4 nights, and I'm super excited because we're up here celebrating my 53rd birthday, and this is just an amazing place that is central to so many different things. It's going to allow us to experience Orlando, but also have a lot of things that we can do here within the campground. So in today's video, we're going to do our 5 things review of Tropical Palms RV Resort. So if you're new to our channel, we review all campgrounds based on 5 things:
hospitality, amenities, the campsites themselves, stuff to do, and finally, would we recommend it?
So we're going to start off with number 1, which is hospitality. And hospitality has to do with 2 things. Number 1, the campers that are also here, that are fellow campers, as well as, and more importantly, the staff that is working here. And I have to say, I am extremely impressed with the hospitality here at Tropical Palms. We're going to start off with the staff. They are super friendly and they are super helpful. Like I said earlier, this is our second trip here to Tropical Palms, and each time the hospitality has been amazing. And it starts off with about a week and a half before we actually show up. You get an email going, hey, you can go ahead and check in. Do you have any preferences? What's the size of your rig? Even though all of that is already stored on your 1,000 Trails membership, it's nice that they're checking up on that. How many vehicles are you bringing? Are you bringing a golf cart? So you have all of that. Then a few days before, again, they go, okay, your site is all set to go. Now you will get an email, at least what we have on both occasions, where you're checked in and you can go right to your site, but they do actually require you to stop out in the front, go inside, and just actually physically check in person. And that's where they give you your key card, your parking pass, your electricity meter little slip and stuff. So overall, the hospitality is really good because they're super friendly and very, very helpful.
And everything is nice and clean. And I like the fact that you have to go to the guard gate, you have to go inside and talk to a person and get a security card. It feels very safe here, and I appreciate that. But once you're in the facility and able to utilize their services, every person that I've met with has been very, very friendly. And there's always somebody that you can see during the day. You don't have to like wander around trying to find somebody. And I really like the fact that there's lots of people on staff here.
And as far as the fellow campers, everybody we have met has been super friendly, and you have a wide variety of fellow campers here. There are some permanent residents. There are people who are like snowbirds staying here for extended periods. There's people who actually live here. And then there's also campers who are just coming in and, for a week, 2 weeks, whatever amount of time. And it's really nice because everybody is keeping everything super clean. People are friendly. We're here at Christmas time. People are decorating their rigs and putting lights out and blow-ups and those little Mickey Mouse lantern balls that I really want to find out where I can get one of those. But it's overall, it's just a really nice atmosphere.
It's so nice that there are so many RV parks here in the Orlando area, and we are looking forward to visiting as many as we possibly can so that we can show you what there is to rent here in the Orlando area. And previously, we always booked a hotel room for the night, but it's nice that we can bring our hotel room with us and take advantage of so many beautiful RV parks because we come here a lot. Number 2 is amenities.
So amenities has to do with all of the different features that are here within the park, not so much outside of the park. Things like our bathrooms and, laundry facilities, stuff like that. And there are a lot of amenities. We'll start off with the basic ones. You have several bathhouses here.
Lots of bathhouses. The cleanest I think I've ever seen. The fact that they are using like a card in order to get into the bathroom really ensures that people using the restroom facilities are supposed to be here, which is really, really nice. Every single one that we've seen had a place to even wash your dog off, which I thought was amazing.
Yeah, there's dog washing stations outside of all of the different bathhouses. Then inside, as we said, they're super clean. I mean, like hotel, like lobby level clean, which is really impressive for an RV park. In addition, you have showers inside of all of them. So maybe you don't want to use the shower in your RV, or you have a lot of people and you only have one shower in the RV. There are laundry facilities where you can both wash and dry. And the good news about the laundry facilities, aside from the fact that they are very, very clean, they're using newer washers. They're not like old beat up washers from like the 60s and 70s. They are like brand new technology ones. And you can swipe your credit card on them, so you don't have to have coins and everything to do the laundry.
Now, be sure that you bring your own laundry detergent, because I didn't see a facility for being able to purchase it here at the RV park.
Now, one con with the laundry facilities is I did not see any kind of like prep tables or folding tables. So there's no place where you can, after you're done with the laundry, sit there and fold everything while you're waiting for your other loads or anything. So you're just going to have to put everything in the laundry baskets or a laundry bag and bring it back to your rig to do those final preparations. Now, before we get into some of the different activities there are for amenities here, a couple things I wanted to touch on. You can get Wi-Fi. We're just using our Starlink. With the Starlink, you really have to be careful of where your campsite is. What we do is we just tell them we want something with a more open area of the sky. We're tucked in the back, and fortunately we do have like a northern access to the sky. The last time we were here, though, we did not have that northern access to the sky. Now, for the Wi-Fi, they do have a couple of different plans. They have a basic Wi-Fi, just like if you're looking on emails and things like that on your phone. And they also have streaming Wi-Fi. It starts off at like $5.50 a day. Then they also have like weekly plans and monthly plans. And honestly, it's not super expensive when you get into the weekly and monthly plans. I mean, it's much cheaper than staying in hotels. But since you are here in Central Florida, all of your cell services work, whether you have AT&T, Verizon, or T-Mobile. And again, if you're in the right location, you can use your Starlink. As you mentioned earlier, though, one thing that I really like about this park when it comes to amenities is the security.
Oh my gracious, yes. Everything has to have a card access. And I think that that has really contributed to how clean everything is, which has been really, really nice.
Yeah, because the last time we were up here in Orlando staying at a different Encore park, we actually have a review video of that one up here. With the guard gate, they technically had a guard gate, but it was never closed and nobody ever stopped you. This place does have a key card that they give you, and when you pull in, even though there is a guard in the guard gate, you actually have to use your key card to get in. So there's no way that people can kind of like sneak their way in. They're either going to have a key card, or they're going to have to go into the office and check in, or speak to the security guard. But it's nice that you just have that extra level. And I think that that is one of the reasons, as you said, that this place is a little bit cleaner than the place right down the street.
They've set a very high standard, and I'm really thankful for that because this is so centrally located, and we'll talk more about like stuff to do in a moment, but the fact that we are in such close proximity to like Old Town, for instance, it's really nice that you're not going to be able to utilize any of the services here unless you're supposed to be here. And that makes me feel really safe.
Now, they also have a dog park, which we're actually sitting in the dog park right now.
It's nice.
And there's two different sections. There's an area for big dogs, and then there's an area for little dogs. Like, we have a big dog who thinks she's a little dog,
right?
But she's kind of intimidating when you look at her. I mean, she's a 110-pound Labrador Retriever. But a lot of people don't want to mix like your mom's little 4-pound dog with a 110-pound Labrador Retriever.
No, and that's really nice. And there is water access here, water bowls here, things for you to be able to clean up after your dogs. And I have to tell you, it's pristine here.
Now, there's also several dumpsters throughout the park that aren't sticking out like a sore thumb, but they're there where you can go and like drop off your garbage without having to go to the other side of, the RV park. If you remember in our other video, when we were reviewing the place down the street, there was one.
There was one. And there's also a lot of garbage cans all over the place because that was another thing we thought, okay, well, maybe there's more garbage cans at the last place, but there wasn't. But here, it reminds me a lot of Disney. You walk like 20 steps and there's another garbage can that you can utilize.
Now, as far as things to do as amenities within Tropical Palms, there's a lot.
A lot.
We'll start off with the pool. There's a ginormous pool.
It is huge, and I really appreciate the fact that it actually has handicapped lift access as well, which is really, really nice. But it is a resort-style pool that makes you feel like, okay, I'm not missing out if I am not staying on Disney property. There is even a dive-in movie theater where I understand they show movies throughout the year.
They have lots of lounge chairs. There's tables. There's areas that are shaded and areas that are not shaded. There's umbrellas. There's seating areas. There's like a little cabana area. There's even like a little food bar. Right next to it, they also have a beautiful kiddie playground.
Oh my goodness. The playground is really nice, as well as the wading pool. So I love the fact that it's in separate areas, all with full security gates that are not easy for kids to use. It's like you have to pull up on the top in order to enter and exit. And I really appreciate that extra level of protection for the littles, especially since we would be bringing our granddaughter Peyton here. And because there's just so much open space, it's really prime to be able to invite some of your friends if you're staying here. And we asked the front, like, hey, these extra areas, that's like they have recreation areas that are spaces with microwaves, even some sinks. Could you invite people to come and stay for an hour or two? And they said, yeah, this is open space areas for our guests to enjoy. So as long as, you're only going to be using the facility for an hour or two, it's nice to know that you could spread out, maybe have lunch with your family.
And up in the welcome area, there is also like a little mini store. So if you need ice, if you need beer, if you want ice cream for your kids, potato chips, if you just need like a tube of toothpaste, you don't have to go up the street to look for something. Now, we are very centrally located. There is a Walmart within a mile and a half of here.
A nice one.
There's Walgreens and CVS. I mean, it's not like you're far away from anything, but sometimes you want to just jump in your golf cart and go, hey, I need a bag of ice. Maybe the kids want an ice cream bar. And so you can go right up to the Welcome Center and get all of that stuff. And inside of the Welcome Center, as Rachel said, not only are there meeting rooms, but there's also playrooms. There is a beautiful pool table. They have lots of like library sitting areas. There's an area with a bunch of couches where you can have a movie playing on a nice big TV. And there's also a workout area.
A full fitness center with fantastic equipment, brand new equipment.
Not that we're actually using that equipment,
but it is nice, as well as a volleyball court and a tennis court on the back end. They also have a full bocce court, which is really nice, shuffleboard, and a complete miniature golf course.
And as we said, they also have pickleball here. So there are a lot of activities, and not only are there ones that you can do just privately, just like say Rachel and I go and play a little bit of like one-on-one volleyball. Like that's going to actually happen. But they also have organized activities where, you know, people get together and play pickleball and things like that. So number 3 is the campsites themselves. And I have to say, I'm very impressed with the campsites here for what we call parking lot RVing.
Right.
You know, obviously we've always enjoyed going to state parks because you're kind of like out in the woods a little bit, you're more separated, but we also aren't paying a bunch of extra money per night for this. It's included in our 1,000 Trails membership. And we've really learned to embrace staying here because we don't spend a lot of time in our RV anyway. We explore outside of the park. And I hate to do this, but I have to compare this to the place down the street, Sherwood Forest, which is the other place that we've stayed at inside of the Encore Networks up here in Orlando. I mean, that is the purpose of this series.
It is, and I gotta say that other one is different, especially when you look at the campsites. So here they have a variety of different types of campsites, which is really nice. So if you want a more wooded area, they offer that. They offer grass sites. They have sites that are pull through. They have like premium sites. They have standard sites, and then they have value sites. So they have a wide variety, but all of them are really nice. There's not like potholes or divots or anything that would be vulnerable to weather changes.
Now, we've stayed in a couple of different sites here at Tropical Palms. And when you go on with your 1,000 Trails membership, they kind of limit the type of site that you're going to get. You can get the value site, and then you can also get the upgraded sites if they're available. You can also upgrade even more for an additional fee. He said sometimes it's like $20, but what you do is once you get here, you ask, hey, do you have a little bit different site or a site in a different location? And they're very, very accommodating about that. As a matter of fact, sometimes he said they won't even charge you if they have plenty of openings. It's going to depend on the time of the year. But one of the things you should be aware of is that many of the value sites don't have sewer hookup. So you get electric where they do have 30 amp and 50 amp, and there's also just a regular standard 120. And then you have water, but not all of the sites have sewer hookup. Now, we've been fortunate that both times we've stayed here, we've had sewer hookup. But if you don't have sewer hookup, they do have an on-site dump station. So that's really, really nice. Overall, the campsites are nice. You have a lot of room, like more room again than we had when we were in Sherwood Forest, where we were able to park our rig. We had no problems parking the rig at all. And then you have a really wide spot on the camping side of your RV where you can, you know, have a picnic table that comes with your site. And then also you can park your vehicle there, like plenty of room to even have the picnic table and your vehicle or for your kids to play. And one thing that's really nice about all of the sites here is that all of your utilities are on one side of the RV and on the right side of the RV.
It is really nice to not have to have a bunch of hoses that like you're having to drag from one side to another. And like you're saying, it provides for one whole space where you can set up like a play area for the kids. And also we're seeing a lot of really nice areas for dogs and even cats to be able to enjoy their time camping. Number 4 is stuff to do. And dude, we're in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, if you can't find something to do in Orlando, Florida, like I don't know what to tell you. Heck, we're sitting right here and I'm being entertained right now watching somebody over there back their RV into the spot. I mean, isn't that the thing, right? Grab a glass of wine and watch everybody RV park. No, seriously, there is so much to do here in Orlando. I mean, starting off with right here in the RV park, we've already talked about a lot of the amenities. And I think about the fact that right down the street, you have Fort Wilderness.
Yes.
And we have looked at staying at Fort Wilderness to have it just like check the box. We've stayed at Fort Wilderness. And I honestly cannot justify the $150 to $250 a night that Disney is going to charge me to bring my own hotel room.
Right.
I just can't justify that. And why do you want to stay at Fort Wilderness? Okay, great. You get to be on Disney property.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing.
Special.
However, one of the reasons people like to stay on Disney property is because there's things to do other than just going to the park. And you have that here. You have the swimming pool, the bocce ball, the volleyball court, the pickleball. You have all of that. But then when you get outside of the park, you are close to so many different things. I mean, literally, you're within walking distance of Old Town. Not that we ever go to Old Town, but you're within walking distance.
Yeah.
You are about 25 minutes away from Universal Studios. You're about 20 minutes away from SeaWorld. You're about an hour and 15 minutes away from Kennedy Space Center. You're about an hour and 15 minutes away from Busch Gardens. Then we get into Disney. You are so close to Disney World that at night,
the fireworks.
You have the fireworks where every night Rachel's like, what is that noise? I'm like, it's the fireworks. Look out the window. And then an hour later, what is that noise? It's the fireworks from Epcot. Look out the window, because you can actually see them from the RV park. So that's how close you are. So to give you an idea, when you go to Hollywood Studios, it takes about 8 minutes from the second that you leave the gate here to get to the Hollywood Studios parking lot. Magic Kingdom takes about 12 minutes. You are very, very close to all of the Disney parks. So now you're going to get all of the convenience of being near a Disney park, having things to do, but without paying for those Fort Wilderness prices. And we do need to talk about the price of this. We should have done it on the campsites, but we're staying here with our Thousand Trails membership. So for us, it's not costing us anything. We have the Thousand Trails membership, and then we have the camping pass that includes all of the Encore parks. And that really makes it nice, because if you were to just come book here, which you can,
right?
They start off at, I believe it's like $100 a night.
Yeah, like $99 to $130 a night, which I think is very reasonable and inland. Like my mom is currently here at the same time, but she is utilizing a hotel and she's paying about that price for a hotel room. So it's really nice that the prices are right in line with the local hotels here in downtown Orlando.
Now, again, yes, you're bringing your hotel room with you, and you're going to have to pay $100, but they do have like weekly and monthly rates. But again, when you have your Thousand Trails membership, that all easily starts making it worth your membership price. When you think about with Thousand Trails, you know, you have to look at, okay, if you use it once, this is how much each camping trip is. And then every time you go camping, the price of that comes down and down and down and down. So if you look at like the camping pass portion of Thousand Trails, if you stay here just 1 week, you have paid for your entire annual membership.
And you've enjoyed your stay because it is so lovely here. Another thing that's awesome in this area is all of the shopping. If you just enjoy outlet shopping like I do, you are minutes away from all that as well.
In addition, you have several state parks that are very close to here, and you have Ocala National Forest, which is only about an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes away from here. So lots of things to do. I mean, if you're into diving, if you're into springs, there's all of that stuff is pretty close to this, where you can come stay here for 2 weeks and really explore Central Florida.
So finally, we come to number 5, Joe, and that is, would we recommend this place? And I gotta say, before you even say yes or no, a warning. There is one con to this place before we give our final verdict, and that is, if you don't like helicopters, there's a lot of helicopter traffic, because this is the area in which they give helicopter tours, because we are so close to all of the theme parks and all of the cool stuff here in Orlando.
But I would say that is not a knock on Tropical Palms. That is, if you come camping anywhere here in the Orlando area, in like near the theme parks, there's helicopters that go over here. It's just like if you stay at a lot of the hotels on International Drive, you're gonna hear helicopters. Overall, though, I would say like at night it is very quiet, except for between like 8 and 10 o'clock, when you can hear, as we said, some of the fireworks going on. But like, we have not even heard any of our neighbors, their kids, nobody fighting, nobody yelling, no loud parties. It overall is very quiet. So to answer the question, would we recommend it? Yes. We've stayed at several Encore / Thousand Trails parks so far, and by far, this one is my favorite. I mean, the one in the Keys was nice. But I think what made the one in the Keys nice is we were in the Keys.
Yeah.
But when you looked at the amenities there overall, when you looked at like just how the whole place was set up, this place is just amazing. And it is by far our favorite place to come camping when we're here in Orlando, especially because we want to go to theme parks. So much so that I have to say, this is going to sound bad, but I would choose staying here at Tropical Palms over staying at a state park.
Oh, I would too. Are we not supposed to say that? Because yeah, it is so nice here that we've actually already stayed here multiple times, even though there's other campsites to review. And I think that that is a testimony to the fact that we just love this place.
Let us know in the comment section, have you stayed at Tropical Palms? Have you stayed at any of the other Thousand Trails and Encore parks that are located here around Central Florida? If you have, let us know which ones we should review, or if there's one that you're interested in, let us know down in the comment section. Now, again, we are not affiliated with Thousand Trails at all. We really do enjoy our Thousand Trails membership. It's something that I don't regret getting.
No.
Especially because as we're coming into the new year for 2024, we have a lot of camping trips planned. So we plan on utilizing it as we drive up the East Coast. But I'm just loving the opportunity to have all of these different parks here in Florida and not have to pay like $55, $65 a night, even for the state parks where, you know, I can just kind of go in and book, and we've had no trouble ever getting booking. We've got spots booked all winter long. And we're again in Florida.
Yeah, we are at the busiest season. I mean, if you go to the parks are packed right now. I mean, this is the Christmas season. Everything is decorated beautifully for the holidays. And so it's busy at the park. So the fact that there was plenty of spaces for us here this week was really nice.
So we did get our membership from Warren Lewis. I will leave a link for everything down below. If you are interested in getting a Thousand Trails membership, I would definitely hit them up. Again, I'll leave their contact information down below. Let them know that Joe and Rachel from Two Krazy Ketos and Two Krazy Kampers sent you, and you should be able to get a nice discount on your membership, whether you're getting just the basic membership or you're getting the camping pass. They have all different types of options, but for us, we're definitely enjoying the membership, and I'm really, really enjoying Tropical Palms RV Resort.
Me too.
Now, if you like the content that we have in this video, please do us a favor, hit that like button down below. That does two things. Number one, it lets us know what type of content you guys are looking to see, but more importantly, it helps build our channel. It helps YouTube let people know that you enjoy it.
Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the little bell icon, and that way every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it.
Till next time, happy camping.